gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comment section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Quavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17. So, just wanted to give you guys an update in Athens. This video is going to be predominantly about Atlanta, but wanted to make you guys aware of some local news. It looks like an ATM heist went down and they got off with 100K. So Athens Clark police are searching for 2 men accused of using a stolen truck to steal 100K from a bank's ATM. And I told you guys that these guys are doing these crimes with stolen trucks. You should already know that. The theft happened around 2 a.m. Friday at the Georgia Federal Credit Union off Gaines School Road in Athens. After the alarm went off, police arrived and found the ATM located in the drive-thru smashed open. The machine was missing 4 of its cash drawers. The bank told police there was at least 100K in the ATM. The value of the destroyed machine is estimated to be $150,000. Officers responded, found muddy tire tracks and shoe prints around the ATM. The bank security cameras captured the men using a gray Dodge Ram truck to rip open the machine. The truck was found abandoned across the street on Mason Drive with both of its doors open and a chain used in the left hanging from the back. Police say they believe the 2 thieves left the scene in a light color sedan. The owner of the truck was contacted and said he reported it stolen the night before. Anyone with information about the robbery is asked to call Athens Clark Police. So that's pretty crazy, man. These guys did a victim list. Well, you know, the bank is a victim, but anyways, you know, people have that Robin Hood mindset. So, but they didn't hurt anybody. They stole the car. They stole the truck, obviously. So giving them points for that. And overall, they hit off with 100K. It's messed up. It's definitely messed up, but you kind of got to respect it. I'm not going to lie. You got to respect that. They hit a lick on the bank. They didn't hold anybody up. They didn't point guns at a teller. They hit an ATM for 100K. They were probably watching it get loaded, knew that it was going to be money in there, and they scored a big one, did it the right way. Stolen trucks. These guys are professionals. These guys are professionals. Covered their faces up all the way. Yeah, these guys are professionals, man. So that's a wild one.
Right now, police investigating a pair of fatal shootings that both happened during the day in Philadelphia. The action cam was on the scene of this deadly shooting in the city's Kingsessing neighborhood. Police responding to the 5400 block of Willows Avenue just before 2 yesterday afternoon.
So we already know that Philly surpassed the murder rate from last year. I don't know if they'll hit 600, but they're on pace, man, because they're multiple shootings all day long. It seems like it's getting worse. People think, I was watching a No Jumper interview today, and they were like, oh, well, you know, I hope that we're going to learn from 2021 and 2022 will be more peaceful. As long as these dudes are banging in the streets and the sentiment is that black men, black women are the victims of, and this, that, and the third. Until that type of narrative is snuffed out, all of this is going to continue to happen because all the policies that they create only exacerbate the situation that's going on in the Communitah.
When officers arrived, they say they found a 21-year-old man who had been shot twice. He was rushed to Presbyterian Hospital, where police tell us he died just minutes later. Then a short time before that shooting, officers were called to the 3300 block of American Street in Kensington. Police say a 26-year-old man was shot. They say he later died. So far, they're
Dang, man. I mean, they are taking people out left and right. 26-year-old man. I'm 26, bro. Like, it's tough, man. It's tough. And we all know that these people who are getting killed, a lot of them are from the black community, man.
There are no suspects or motives in either shooting.
Right now, the search is on for a gunman after an argument over a seat at a Buckhead movie theater led to a shooting. And as Fox 5's Angelique Proctor reports tonight, the gunfire sent everyone running.
Atlanta police say this shooting happened about 10:45 last night inside the AMC theaters. They say the dispute between two men was actually over a movie seat assignment.
So I did this story, and this is real. This is real. Guys are shooting other brothers over seats at a movie theater in Atlanta, in Buckhead. In Buckhead, they have people and the higher ups who are trying to get the city to secede so they can implement their own private security, kind of like some places in Philadelphia are. I think Buckhead should be able to secede because I don't think the city of Atlanta is ready to address these problems the way that they need to be addressed.
It's like this everywhere. People are just angry.
Atlanta police say an angry.
You heard what she said. It's like this everywhere. People are just angry.
Moviegoer at the AMC theater at Phipps Plaza in Buckhead got so upset about his movie seat that he pulled out a handgun to solve the problem. The Monday night gunshot during the showing of Spider-Man created quite a disruption.
And let's run it back. Look at
if you can imagine.
Bro, look at the sister.
The Monday night gunshot during the showing of got so upset about his movie seat that he pulled out.
The sister that is with him. You know, we talk about these sisters who love these thug dudes. If this guy is willing to shoot a random person at a movie theater over a seat at the movies, what do you think he's going to do to you when love and, you know, sex and your relationship in the heat of the moment is involved? You know, obviously he's the one to blame for this whole situation, but the fact that she's still with him, the fact that she's just moving along like it's all cool, is crazy to me. Okay? And she's probably with him because we all know that sisters love hood dudes. They love the Pookies and Ray Rays. She's still with him after he done shot the movie theater up.
Got a handgun to solve the problem. The Monday night gunshot during the showing of Spider-Man created quite a disruption.
If you can imagine, any incident inside a movie theater obviously conjures up any kind of pandemonium. The patrons inside the theater obviously heard the gunshot, quickly exited.
Police say the argument started over an assigned seat in the movie theater.
But we know that when the suspect got to the movie had already started, proceeded to the seat, and their seat was occupied.
So he was on CPT. He was late to the movie. So the person sitting in his seat was like, you know, he ain't even showing up. You see, the whole movie theater was clear because everybody was in there watching it.
And some type of argument ensued over the seat. And again, instead of just going to get a movie attendant to help resolve it, the shooter decided to use a handgun.
Atlanta police released this picture of the suspected shooter and a woman he was with, whom you can see.
Right now, the search is on for a gunman.
Proceeded to the seat to help resolve it. The shooter decided to use a handgun.
Atlanta police released this picture. You can see he still has the mask on. He walked in with the mask. His girl is straight. She's not shaken up. She's not afraid for her life. She's still chilling with him. But he has a mask on. He walked in the movie theater with a mask on. It doesn't matter. You can wear a mask anywhere. I mean, you can't identify that guy. You can identify the woman, though, and she'll probably roll on him when they put the pressure on her. Picture of the suspected shooter and a woman he was with, whom they call a witness. The 24-year-old victim is in the hospital tonight, while moviegoers are sickened by the violence.
Someone could have lost their life. That's crazy. It's Christmas. It's a little too much.
Atlanta police are it's a little too much, yeah. You think?
Busy working this case. They say if you have any information, give them a call. In Buckhead, Angelique Proctor, Fox 5 News.
News in Northwest Atlanta. That's where Atlanta police are investigating a homicide. Officers got the call around 3:30 this afternoon to an area off Tiger Flowers Drive and Crocus Avenue. They found the body of a young woman in some woods there.
Upon checking out the subject in the woods, it was confirmed, in fact, that there was a person that was dead at the location. So our
guys, in the Communitah, it doesn't matter if you're a woman. Let that sink in. The Communitah sends a message. They say women can get it too.
homicide detectives responded to the scene, and we began a subsequent investigation. At this point, it is still very early in the investigation, but we have determined that there is a young lady between the ages of 20 and 25 years old that has been confirmed deceased at this point.
Police said they don't know yet.
Between 20 and 25 years old. No leads yet.
How that woman died. A longtime resident tells us the area has not seen much crime over the years.
A Norcross grandmother gets carjacked. She's been an Uber driver for 5 years, and she tells Fox 5's Doug Evans tonight she was just trying to make some extra Christmas money for her 4 children when she was robbed.
Vernita Bland tells me that she was sensing something was wrong when she got a message to pick up 2 Uber passengers on a Peachtree Corner street with no address.
So, I used to Uber in Atlanta. I did Uber Lux. And the qualifications with Uber Lux, basically you have to have a sedan, a 4-door, a 4-door or larger that is black, and that, what is it? You have to have a 4.5 star rating, and it has to be newer than like 2010 or 2011, something like that. So it's very dangerous because people can call an Uber from someone else's phone with someone else's Uber account, and you can basically have someone else catch the Uber for you, you know? So they can call the Uber for the person who's trying to rob you from a gift card that they just, you know, did a scam on. It's hard to trace it back if you do it the right way. And that's some of the reason why I stopped doing Uber, because it was too many times where I was supposed to pick up a woman or something like that, and it would be like 2 dudes, and they sit in the back. You can't really look at them. They're not really giving conversation. You know, it's sketchy.
Her guard was up. Turns out her instincts were right. Vernita Bland showing us how the backseat Uber passenger got out of the car, opened the driver's door, and pointed a gun at her.
And told me, this is a robbery. Yeah. Get out.
He told her it's a robbery. Get out. Probably a young black king
Yeah, I mean, robbing a sister. They talk about y'all don't protect black women. And I'm telling you that you're asking for protection from the wrong individuals.
Out. Only thing I could see is my life. My life flashed before me.
Vernita says she's been an Uber driver for 5 years, never had a problem like this, but right now she can't see doing it anymore.
My whole life flashed before me. And I asked her, please don't kill me.
Oh, it was a woman? It was another black woman? Wow. That's the sisterhood.
I have kids.
It anymore.
My whole life flashed before me. And I asked her, please don't kill me. I have kids.
Vernita got her car back because she had the key in her pocket, and without the key, the car will only go so far. Police recovered it. Her phone's still missing. They took that. She's
Wow. So they couldn't get off with the car, so they stole the phone. And remember in DC, those young ladies who jacked the Uber driver and then they killed him? They ended up only getting like 7 years or something like that. It's sad. It's sad. This was in Norcross, Metro Atlanta area. That could have been your auntie. They scared her from getting a whole nother stream of income, because you can make good money off of Uber. I was making like at least $1,500, $2,000 a month minimum, driving from where I'm at every day to Atlanta, making the money back and gas money. So they shut off a whole stream of income for this woman because she's scared to get back in the car and pick people up. You got to upgrade to Uber Lux, baby. You don't have these problems with Uber Lux.
says it was two girls in their 20s, both wearing COVID face masks. Vernita says she's just trying to make a living and provide Christmas for her family.
Wearing COVID face masks. They're not getting caught. Toby, case dismissed. Another cold case.
You know, get their gifts and stuff together that I haven't gotten yet, and just to pay the bills, you know, before, you know, the holidays come. And I just don't know. I just don't know. I just never had this problem before, but.
Oh, say like
coming down hard, honey. We all feel it. I think after enough black women, even though there's been plenty of black women who have been demolished by the sun, you know, after more and more start living to tell the tale, we might get some action. We might get some legislation. We might get something. We might have them stop marching and talking about defunding police, but it's not likely. It's possible though. It'll just take a minute. It'll take a minute. But I mean, I kind of feel bad for her. I honestly kind of feel bad for her because you can already tell that she was on the, you know, oh, the Black Power shit. Like, and I'm not saying you can't be for the Black Power stuff. I'm really not. But the way that they try and paint it in the media is that you can't say anything against what we doing out here in these streets. Like, you can't say anything about these dudes sagging their pants. You can't say anything about these dudes not getting no job and running up on people and jacking people, shooting people, doing all this reckless stuff, trying to imitate their favorite rapper who ain't bust a grape in their life. And now you got the woman carjacking. Young teen sisters carjacking other sisters.
they had me fearing to even drive Uber again because it's not safe. I don't feel like I'm safe with people behind me.
The Gwinnett County Police Department is investigating if you've got any information on this crime, and Vernita Bland wants to send a warning out there to other Uber drivers in Metro Atlanta to be safe.
Not just Uber, Lyft too. Don't forget Lyft.
I'm Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, YouTube? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. Man, so guys, the Super Gremlins got me, bruh. They got me, bruh. Yeah, man, it was fucked up. I was in the city yesterday, out Midtown, playa pimping, and they caught me slipping. Okay. The Super Gremlins broke into my whip. I didn't have shit in there. They didn't get anything, but they did some damage. They damaged one of my door handles, and then they damaged, well, they ripped out the whole window. So that's that. So now I'm going to have to go through all this insurance stuff, you know, filing a claim and whatnot. So if you guys would be so kind, help support the fund to refurbish this window. I'm going to have to get it retinted, which sucks. I actually got pulled over yesterday for a tint warning. So, I mean, safe to say that my day was pretty crap yesterday, huh? But I'm going to show you what happened. This is the whip. I was parked in a garage, and they bust the windows out my car. They fucked me up, bro. So let's get into it.
They got me, dog. Niggas got me. Took out my window. Yeah. They broke one window. Got me. Super Gremlins got me, y'all. Fuck. I'll just leave it, I guess. Fuck. They got me, dog.
So as you can see, they totally ripped out the window, which is some bullshit. I guess they were hanging in the car, like trying to find whatever they could. They didn't find anything. There wasn't anything in there. I never like leave my shit in my car. Shout out to Truth Matters with the $5 super trap or super sticker.
Oh, say less.
This is definitely going to the BGZM News 17 vehicle repair fund. But yeah, guys, this is the, you know, I'm not gonna lie, this is what being outside gets you. You know, a lot of people want to brag about we outside and we doing this and we doing that and we really in the streets. And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not a good thing. It's not something to brag about. It's not something to take pride in. Okay, to be outside. I do this for work, so I kind of got to be in the city. But it's expensive, man. It's costly. It costs not only financially, but it costs your emotional well-being. Okay, your mental health. All right. So I'm completely done with the Communitah. This was my last straw. I'm done with the Communitah.
All right. For those of y'all who really, you know, we were looking for solutions. We worked hard at it. We've done multiple streams on finding solutions. At this point, you know, I don't think there are any. Okay. I don't think there are any. And then if there are some, the solutions that I'm going to propose are going to sound very radical. Okay. It's going to sound very radical. And it is what it is, man. It sucks. It sucks, but especially when you become a victim, it hits even harder. Shout out to Product of Cook County with the $4.99 super trap. He said, nah, man, they got that boy Gen Z. We need that crime bill. I feel you, though, on this situation. My dad got carjacked years ago and never got his car back.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
Yeah, man. I mean, if your dad was outside, it's bound to happen, bro. So I appreciate your support, Product of Cook County. Shout out to my boy EJ. He sent the $20 PayPal. He said, "Here's to a new window. Keep your sunscreen on you." Yes, man. Yeah, I need to keep that sunscreen on me at all times. It's wild. And then wow, I get a notification from YouTube, and they age restricted my video. Like, what? How does that make sense, bro? How does this make sense? I didn't even do anything, and they just sent me a notification, said, hey, your video's age restricted. It's fucking bullshit, man. So I'm gonna go extra hard on this one. They don't want the truth to come out. Jen Quay, I was directly affected by this shit. Niggas violated my shit, okay? So now we're going to expose Atlanta for the dirty ass city that it is. Okay? We're going to expose Atlanta for the bullshit that it is. All right? And the niggas who run it. Yes. I said it. The niggas who run it. Okay? We got to come for them. We got to hold their feet to the fire. When's the last time we heard from Andre Dickens? When's the last time we heard from this nigga, man? Graduated from Georgia Tech. Now is the mayor of Atlanta. And we ain't heard a damn thing from this nigga. What about my whip? Dre? Big Dre? What about my whip? We are not good at being in charge of anything. We have fumbled so many cities. So many cities. And it is time to say, look, we're not allowing this shit to happen anymore. We need to forego all these diversity quotas. It's not working. The niggas who get in power, they're insane. They don't want to do anything about it. We have rolling blackouts in Atlanta every week. Every week. It's like, man, these individuals need to be thoroughly vetted. I don't care who they are, but it just seems like they're letting everybody in. They're letting everybody in. I mean, I'm looking for something on Mayor Eric Adams and what he's saying, but none of it is backing up. Headlines of him saying, if you pull a gun in this town, you're going to jail. Well, it doesn't matter if they're going to jail if they just fucking get let right back out. You see what I'm saying? Let me vent here, okay? Buckhead needs to secede from the city of Atlanta. And they need to get whoever the fuck that Trump looking motherfucker, put him in charge. Put him in charge because he was saying all the right things. Okay? He was saying all the right things. The people that are in charge do not want to solve this issue. You got these niggas cruising every weekend, different parking decks, breaking into people's cars, killing people, shooting people, robbing people. If I would have seen them, nigga, man, look. If I would have seen them niggas breaking into my car, they would have got clapped, bro. They would have got clapped, bro. That's just how I feel, man. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. We talked about Quando Rondo. His homie got killed. And, you know, with him, he brought a lot of that on himself. I'm not going to lie. Like the rappers, we all know that they bring a lot of this stuff onto themselves. But this is the disgusting part about the black community that I want to show you guys what the fuck is going on. Okay? You got people in Chicago making fun of the situation, of the pain, making fun of the trauma that Quando Rondo underwent. So let's watch.
Oh, sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all
So, as you can see, they are making a mockery of what happened to Quando Rondo. If you guys watch that video that I did on Quando Rondo, reacting to his friend passing away, I mean, where do we begin, man? I'm at this point, I'm just tired. I'm tired. Okay. I'm fed up. Obviously, it could have been worse. So, you know, I'm glad that nobody got hurt, you know, but at the same time, it's just a major setback, man. And the thing about these niggas, which I know they don't care, and I would never try and be like, oh, well, I hope you turn yourself in. Nah, I wish the worst on these people. I wish the worst on these people. And I wish that we could, repeal the 8th Amendment and really open up a can of punitive measures to deter such actions. We need a big correction. We need a big correction. Okay? And it's not going to happen if our society is just continuing to get softer and softer. They're not willing to deal with this issue. They're not willing to address this issue head on. And the black community is absolutely silent about this issue. And I mean, it's just like it's going to keep happening over and over and over again. Okay. And I'm not going to, every time I watch a video of the family forgiving these perpetrators, you know, I didn't lose anyone. I lost a sense of security, sense of peace of mind, you know, and that, I guess that is losing a part of yourself. you know, you lose a piece of your optimism. You know, you lose your hope a lot of times. Now, I'm not hopeless, right, for myself as an individual, but as far as the Communitah, yeah, I'm hopeless about y'all niggas. I'm hopeless about y'all niggas. I don't want to hear, well, this dude, he turned his life around. Look, you got an 85% recidivism rate. So don't tell me about the 1.5 niggas that turning their life around out of 10. I don't want to hear that shit.
Violence prevention in our communities, and we don't have a lot of resources here in Atlanta for people that have been impacted by gun violence.
A Metro Atlanta woman who lost her fiance in a deadly shooting is now launching an organization to help others. It will provide resources to families who have also lost someone to gun violence. Aaliyah Strong's fiance was murdered back in February while he was working security at the Encore Hookah Bar and Lounge on Lucky Street. Strong says she's now turning her grief into a new mission to help others.
You try to find, good in a tragedy, I guess. So I kind of use that to push forward. And I just want to make sure that Ty is remembered for who he was and not how he was killed.
And, although I commend her efforts, just starting another program is, it's not the move. Okay. It's not the move. I noticed sister is, she's leading with her heart and whatnot. But do you feel like, don't you feel like you want some type of vindication? Don't you feel like you want some type of, dare I say, revenge? Yeah. Yeah. Let's start promoting some form of revenge. I'm not saying you gotta, make the whole world blind with an eye for an eye bullshit, but justice needs to be swift and it needs to come down with full force. Full force.
Strong's mission has also caught the attention of the White House. President Joe Biden invited her to witness his signing of the Safer Communities Act.
Wow. What the fuck is the Safer? That don't even sound like some, and we broke down the Safer Communities Act. It's basically like the 94 crime bill with a twist. It doesn't even sound like some shit with no teeth in it. The Safer Communities Act. How about the Snuff These Niggas Out Act? We need something that sends a message that says, hey, you can't do that. Okay?
This happened just a few weeks ago. Strong says she's already working with about 20 families who have been impacted by gun violence.
So, like I said, this whole video is going to be about exposing Atlanta and the leadership. I know people don't like Fannie Willis for her going after Trump, but at least she's trying to do something going after these super gremlins. So, I feel like she's trying to do her part. The police force is, they're spread thin. Just last night, the street racers are taking over Atlanta now. Oh man. The street racers are taking over now. And they're having this problem in LA. Remember we did the story on the stop hoppers? I keep forgetting what them shit's name. The little joints that stick up out the ground, the little small nubs that make it hard for them to race. But you got crowds of people on the damn highway.
New from overnight, this was the scene early this morning as dozens of cars blocked the interstate.
Hold up. Y'all seen that? Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask, Pooh Shiesty mask.
Cars blocked the interstate to lay drag. This was in the northbound lanes right at the 75-85 split, right after the 17th Street Bridge. You can see tire marks on the ground there and several people out of their cars running on the interstate. We reached out to police to see if anyone was hurt or if they made any arrests.
Okay, so you got these motherfuckers, they out here trying to street race, thinking shit is lit. I mean, guys, we need some justice to kick in. We need some more I mean, honestly, we need some more police brutality. Let's keep it a buck. Okay? We need some more police brutality, or what they're calling police brutality. We need some knees on some necks, my nigga. We need that. Fast. Swift. Okay? ASAP. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. And you know, it's different when you're not touched. It's different when you're not physically. But they hit my whip, y'all. They hit my whip. It's over. Look, man. Free that nigga Derek Chauvin. Let's work. All right. Let's work. Get him back on the force, nigga. Promote him to police captain. Didn't that nigga Derek Chauvin looked confused. That nigga looked confused in the courtroom like, the fuck did I do wrong? You know what I mean? And I was a little confused for him. Bring that nigga the fuck back.
I am Major David Larwell. Spelling of the last name, V as in Victor, I-L-L-A-R-O-E-L. I am the commander of the City of Atlanta Property Crime Section.
What happened here tonight?
Around 1800 to 1850, the zone crime suppression units were working to detail narcotics at the corner of McDaniel and Northside. Around 1850 hours, they observed a hand-to-hand transaction, went to stop the two individuals that they believed to be involved. Upon exiting the patrol vehicle, they noticed one of the males had a gun in his hands. The officer gave him several commands to drop the weapon as he engaged the suspect in a foot pursuit. They navigated several obstacles.
He told the nigga to drop the weapon. He interrupted their little deal. Told him to drop the weapon. He didn't drop the weapon. Good work.
When they came to a fence, the subject tried to jump the fence, still having the weapon in hand. Officer still giving commands to drop the weapon. The officer subsequently discharged his weapon and struck the male, 18-year-old male, in the rear buttocks.
Shot that man in the ass.
Did the officers observe? The officers who pursued the people, did they observe this hand-to-hand transfer?
Look, and all these goddamn questions, man. Did they observe? Did it actually happen? Fuck that. I believe the officers. I don't need no explanation. I'm good. Y'all said y'all saw the deal. Y'all said y'all saw it went down. The nigga had a gun. He was running. You shot him in the ass. Wash my hands with it. I'm good. Oversight. I'm straight. Okay. I believe what y'all talking about. Fuck it. But this is, you know, it hurts me to say, but this is how I'm feeling right now. This is how I'm feeling right now. Obviously, yeah, we need oversight, and yes, we need a board to look over the police and make sure that they're filing the reports right and all that good shit. Yeah, no, of course, that's a no-brainer. But at the same time, this is how I'm feeling right now. I'm riding with the police, bruh. Whatever y'all say goes. Whatever y'all say, y'all said this shit happened, bet. You got any questions? Nope.
In person, or was that through a surveillance camera?
That's going to be through UC. So we have UC, then we have UC undercover officers, and then we have takedown units.
Okay, so it was an undercover officer that observed it, like not somebody at the remote at the technical operations center.
No, officers working the detail.
Did this happen inside the apartment complex or like just kind of around it?
The initial incident happened at the corner of Northside and McDaniel, which would be the Texaco lot. The incident of the foot chase and then subsequent shooting would be inside the apartment complex.
And that's who it really be, these little teen niggas, bro. Bro, I don't have no sympathy for these young niggas who are doing this shit. I hope they all die, honestly. Like, fuck it. I don't have sympathy for these young niggas who are doing it. Bro, they're ruining people's lives. They're ruining people's days, nights, evenings, and they don't give a fuck. This is the part that y'all don't understand. They don't care. They do not care if they screw you over. They don't care if they destroy your property. They don't care if they kill you. Right now they're smoking on a Genquavius blunt as we speak. I mean, I hope all of these super gremlins run into an Officer Brooks.
Can you come here, ma'am? All right, so you're gonna receive a ticket for being in the park after hours. All right, just need to sign right here on the X.
But because didn't you say we were out of time, so we wouldn't have known that?
Yeah, but that's not a valid reason why you should be in the park because you're from out of town.
And what's your badge number?
7452.
What's the badge number?
I gave it to you 2 times, man.
Okay, I'm asking again.
And I'm not giving it to you again.
Okay.
Are you gonna sign it?
No, because I want your badge number.
That's fine. You want to put your hands behind your back for me?
No, she got.
Hey, listen, my man. She says she's not signing it. Put your hands behind your back.
Sir,
ma'am,
you're hurting me.
Okay. I'm asking you to put your hands behind your back.
Sir?
Put your hands behind your back. 12, start me, man.
Sir.
Ma'am, put your hand behind your back.
Come on.
I need you to back up.
I'm just saying, like,
I need you to back up.
You don't need to touch her like that.
She's not putting her hands behind her back.
I'm asking a question. I'm just, all I'm doing is
put your
asking
hands behind your back. Put your hands behind
Mr.
your back.
Brooks.
You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back. I asked you to sign the ticket. You told me you're not signing it.
Sir,
put your hands
I'm
behind your back.
asking you a question.
Okay. I'm letting you know. I'm not going to ask you again. I'm going to forcibly put your hands behind your back.
But, sir, Mr. Brooks, is this really necessary? Mr. Brooks.
Hold on.
Hey, listen, my man.
She needs to put her. Let her
Can I?
put her phone down.
Okay, you can put your phone down.
Okay, Mr. Brooks.
Come on, sir. Hold on.
Put your hands behind your back.
Oh my God. Can I have my phone?
Put a knee on the back of that bitch neck, on her bald head. Put a knee on that bitch, because these are the women who are raising these super gremlins on demon time.
And when you mean hand-to-hand exchange, are you talking about like drugs that was exchanged?
Drugs.
Okay. So what kind of drugs did you suspect?
We have drugs that were recovered. Those would be part of the investigation, and so that'll be released at a later date.
I'm completely fed up with this bullshit. So, like I said, all we're doing is exposing the city of Atlanta. We're going to take calls. Okay. We are going to take calls because I want to know what you guys feel about this situation. I want to know what your experiences have been with this foolishness. But let's get it.
Atlanta, that's where the GBI is investigating an officer-involved shooting that sent a teenager to the hospital. Police tell us they shot at the 18-year-old who they say had a gun.
bunch of cop cars with the lights flashing, and came in here to check on my fiance, and seen cop cars in here and wondering what was going on.
Atlanta police plainclothes officers were working what they call a crime suppression unit last night at the intersection of Northside Drive and McDaniel Street. Just before 7 o'clock, they say they spotted a man selling drugs to another guy.
They observed a hand-to-hand transaction, went to stop the two individuals that they believed to be involved. Upon exiting the patrol vehicle, they noticed one of the males had a gun in his hands.
And that's when officers moved in on the suspects. Officers say they gave the man several orders to drop the gun, but he didn't listen.
The subject tried to jump the fence, still having the weapon in hand. Officer still giving commands to drop the weapon. The officer subsequently discharged his weapon and struck the male, 18-year-old male, in the rear buttocks.
Again, officers tell us they did give that teenager several orders to drop the weapon before they pulled the trigger. Medics took that suspect to Grady Memorial Hospital, where doctors do expect him to survive. It's not clear what charges he and the second man are facing.
So you heard that. You know, keep it coming. We're going to keep it coming, man, because at the end of the day, if that officer wouldn't have shot him, that supergrown would have shot that officer. And we need to hire way more officers, bro. We need way more officers, man. I mean, we are so understaffed in Atlanta, and I think that will help a lot. Guys, I'm also going to show you one of these niggas who got sold up the other day in Atlanta. All right. He got caught after he committed a murder in 94. So let me see. Yeah, so they arrested this nigga. And he wasn't necessarily resisting, but he was copping pleas. He had all types of excuses. Guys. So I'm going to show you the story on this one. I'm glad they catching up to these niggas, man, because there's no reason why these dudes should be able to do all this shit in their youth, not get caught, and then I turned my life around. No, fuck no. You need to serve the time for what you did in the past, bro. No cap.
New at 10 tonight, it was an arrest 28 years in the making. Tonight, the family of Jafar Tucker says they're hopeful that justice will finally be served. He was shot to death at the Oakland City Transit Station in Southwest Atlanta way back in 1994.
God dang. Run that shit the fuck back.
New at 10 tonight, it was an arrest 28 years in the making. Tonight, the family of Jafar Tucker says they're hopeful that justice will finally be served. He was shot to death at the Oakland City Transit Station in Southwest Atlanta way back in 1994. As Fox News' George Franco reports now, the murder suspect is in jail tonight after his arrest in Oconee County.
It was November 27th, 1994, around 2:30 in the afternoon, when 18-year-old Stafford Tucker was shot in the face after getting off a train here at the Oakland City Transit Station. 28 years later, the suspect is behind bars after a random registration check in Oconee County.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you in custody today, okay?
Tuesday afternoon.
So we had a sister who was the arresting officer on this one. So shout out to that sister.
In Oconee County, a man with a suspended South Carolina driver's license, suspended registration, and no insurance is arrested during a random registration check at East Monroe Highway.
Damn.
The man's ID says he is Race Seckham. He says he's headed to a hospital in Athens to visit a sick uncle and is depended on.
I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household.
And this is what the sisters be talking about when they taking our men away. Our men was providing, they taking them away. Yeah, after he committed a murder fucking 20 years ago. Like, what the fuck?
I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household.
But investigators say a fingerprint check at the jail identified Seckham as Mohammed Bilal Amin.
Mohammed Bilal Amin. This nigga even has a terrorist name. This nigga even has a terrorist name, y'all.
Wanted for the fatal shooting of 18-year-old Jafford Tucker. Tucker's uncle, who now lives in Portland, Oregon, says he promised his sister, Jafford's mother, who died a few years ago, that justice would be served.
Wow, man. And she just missed it. She just missed it. But sometimes it takes time for these cases to heat up again. But I'm glad that justice was served. You know, these dudes are bad news. And then he want to go, I mean, he got all the Hotep gear. You see what I'm saying? Like, he trying to act like he's some holier than thou nigga who got the African roots and shit like that. He's full of shit. All of these niggas is full of shit.
My family needs justice. They need closure. This is the best closure that my family can have. My sister was here today. She will be soaking in tears.
El Amin, who had a nationwide FBI bulletin on him for years, is now at the Fulton County Jail charged with murder. Oconee County deputies Devin Blair and Lex Ogun, who arrested El Amin, instrumental in helping Jafford Tucker's family.
Oh, it was a glider woman. I thought it was a sister. It sounded like it.
Find a path.
That country accent.
Toward justice.
The good Lord looks after all of us, and in the best ways he sees fit. And if the paper's been out there for that long, sooner or later, you know, law enforcement's going to continue to look until we find people.
I know that eventually he would get caught. I had put it in my heart that I've forgiven him, but
I mean, look at them fucking poofy ass pants. And then the necklace shit that he got on.
I know that eventually
he's trying to act like he's some type of spiritual leader in the black community. Are you fucking kidding me?
would get caught. I had put it in my heart that I've forgiven him, but I can't forget.
Jafford Tucker's uncle says he will return to Atlanta.
And, you know, they forgave him. How did you forgive the nigga that you didn't even know who he was? You forgave a nigga that you didn't even know who he was until a couple days ago. I can't with this forgiveness shit.
Atlanta from Portland to attend the trial of El Amin in Southwest Atlanta. I'm George Franco, Fox 5 News.
George, thank you.
I mean, that's completely... It's just crazy. And a lot of people don't understand that we got a lot of fucking serial killers walking around. I consider that nigga a serial killer. We got a lot of these serial killers who just walking around.
Some peace for the family of an Atlanta teen shot and killed almost 28 years ago. The suspect finally in jail thanks to some sharp-eyed deputies who caught him during a routine traffic stop. John Sherrick spoke with Jafford Tucker's family, and he shows us the body cam video of his accused killer being taken into custody.
The FBI says this is the man
What's your last name?
who's been on the run for nearly 28 years, wanted for murder, now caught simply for driving with a suspended registration and license.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to place you in custody.
Why did he say simply for driving for like he wasn't supposed to get pulled over for that?
Oconee County deputies Devin Blair and Lex Ogun, who stopped him, didn't know at first that the driver is Mohammed Bilal El Amin, wanted since 1994 for the shooting death in 94 of his 18-year-old friend Jafford Tucker.
This nigga shot his own friend. Nigga shot his own friend.
At the Oakland City MARTA station in Southwest Atlanta, the driver stopped by the deputies, gave them a fake name and ID, and he pleaded with them to let him go.
I beg of y'all, I'm not a criminal, I'm not a crook.
But
you're not a criminal, you're not a crook. I'm a leader in the black community. I'm part of the all black association for Aladdin pants. You know what I mean?
I'm part of the I Can Show You the World committee. We are one. We created the pyramids. We built the pyramids. We built that little snow cone over there.
Soon at the jail, his fingerprints ID'd him as Elamine, the fugitive. The man Jeffrey Tucker's uncle had devoted the past 28 years of his life trying with police to find.
Today was his worst day ever. And the greatest day for me and my family.
Amen.
Ernest Cook remembers his nephew as outgoing, easygoing, who dreamed of a career in the music industry. And he'd only met Elamine a short time before police say Elamine suddenly shot him in the face.
Wow. So he was trying to get in the rap game way back in 94. He probably had some bars too. And Elamine was jealous. I could see it. He was jealous. And now he's trying to play it off like he's some spiritual leader. He was trying to rap on some, I caught bodies in 94. Bet you didn't know. Like, I can guarantee he got some bars about killing his friend. That's for damn sure.
And ran.
I've always wanted to ask him, what did my nephew do to him so terrible to make him want to take the fight?
Cook thanked Oconee County Sheriff James Hale and his deputies.
The good Lord looks after everybody, and eventually, if you're wanted, your time, is going to run out sooner or later, especially if people are paying attention. So it means a lot to know that you were some small pivotal part of this case.
Cook says Tucker's mother died in 2006 praying for Elamine's capture.
I'm out to see that justice is served on this case.
A simple traffic stop, a monumental arrest. In Atlanta, John Schierick, 11 Alive News.
Lord. All right, so we're going to actually watch the whole arrest and listen to how many lies he told, all the pleas he was copping. Straight ridiculous.
What's your last name?
Sakim.
Sakim. Okay. All right, I'm gonna have you go and step out the video.
Sakim? Where the fuck did he get this name? This nigga went into the Wu-Tang name generator website and threw in a name to try and change his identity. Sakim? What happened to the Muhammad Bil Amin, like all that other shit? What happened to all that? Muhammad Bilal El Amin? Where the fuck did he get Sakim from? This nigga don't even got an S in his own name. And he talking about some Sakim. Suck him? What the fuck?
Vehicle for me.
She's gonna come and get me.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, so you're about 57 minutes away from me.
This nigga on the phone trying to act. Oh, so you're about 57. He tried to lighten his voice. You're about 57 minutes away from me. This nigga is 6'2", 180 pounds. Like, bro, put some meat on your bones, nigga. These niggas be like skinny as hell.
I was almost at the hospital.
Take this off for me.
Look like he got 2 holsters on his ass.
Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up. Stand up.
Yeah, send me what the information you put in your GPS, because that way
I didn't go.
The same thing.
I don't know the name of this place right here.
We'll get it figured out. We'll text it to her. It's Prince Avenue.
All right, so here's what's going to happen, Sakim, okay? Unfortunately, I'm going to have to place you in custody today, okay? You're going to go down to jail.
Oh, no.
You got to get booked.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Me no want to go to jail. Oh, no. Oh, no, Miss Officer Brooks. Oh, no. You see, I have to do a lot of things today. Oh, no.
Dan, they're going to take your fingerprints and picture, and you'll get a bond. But because you're driving on a suspended license, you got to go down to jail.
Sir, I did not know. I have children, I have a sick uncle, and I run the household.
So if you ran the household, why didn't you just renew your license? Oh, because you can't, Sakim. Or should I say Muhammad? You can't renew your license. Muhammad Bilal Al Amin. You can't renew your license, bruh. Because you're wanted for murder. And you knew that. That's why. I mean, this nigga, this ain't the first time he been driving. We're in such a racist country that you can be wanted for murder for over 20 years. Almost 3 decades, this nigga has been wanted for murder, and he's been driving around like ain't shit Like everything's sweet. He been driving around for 30 years. We're in such a racist KKK white supremacist society that this nigga was able to drive around for 30 years, got pulled over one time out of his whole driving career, and finally gets arrested for a murder that he committed in 1994. This nigga committed a murder the year before I was born. I wasn't even alive when he committed this murder. Think about that shit. I was not even alive when he shot his best friend. I was probably being conceived, my nigga, on the night that this nigga killed. Like, come on. And he was able to drive around for 30 years in this white supremacist country. The slave catchers couldn't catch up to his ass for 30 years. This nigga been on the Underground Railroad, riding Martas and fucking Greyhounds and goddamn bitches that he fucking Nissan Altimas and Nissan Versas and Toyota Camrys and Honda Civics and Honda Accords. He been fucking his baby mama whip for 30 years. I mean, he been driving his baby mama whip for 30 years and just now got caught up on the murder. Bruh. I mean, if this ain't black privilege, I don't know what is.
No, I really do. They don't have a choice at this time. Please put you in arrest. Go ahead, turn around, put your hands on your back.
Auntie, they about to put me in handcuffs, Auntie. Please, Auntie, be right there. Bail me out, Auntie.
Please put Auntie on the phone. Put your hands on your back. Just set the phone up on the car.
Auntie can't get you up out of this one.
They put me under arrest right now.
How about you manifest your way out the situation?
I don't know.
For driving with suspended license.
Look, now he gonna give his damn auntie a heart attack. Why the hell you put auntie on the phone? She can't handle this mess. She can't handle this mess. She probably ain't even know you killed your best friend. What happened to your friend? This nigga probably went to the funeral. This nigga probably went to the funeral, y'all. I wouldn't put it past him. I would not put it past him.
Suspend your license. I didn't know. And it's not even showing.
Unfortunately, the law is different here in Georgia than it is in South Carolina. If you have a suspended license, you have to go down to the jail and get booked in.
Okay, but sir, can you speak to my aunt? She has.
We're on speakerphone. She can hear us right now.
No, please speak to her. Please speak to her. I'm the only one.
This nigga thought his auntie was gonna talk him out. Remember, the same with Azuna, the baseball player. He tried to get his mama tried to goddamn sweet talk the cop. This shit crazy.
When I can help my uncle that's sick in ICU right now.
Sorry about that. Unfortunately, your son. Please, sir. You're driving a car without valid insurance.
My son.
You got that taken care of. But you're already driving a car without valid insurance.
I won't drive.
Registration.
My cousin.
You can't trust me not to drive.
He said, I won't drive. I'll walk away from the car.
No, I swear to you, I'll walk away from my car.
So we're going to walk you back to this other car.
Please, sir.
So we're going to walk you.
That nigga do not want to go to, please, sir. Please don't take me in. Please, sir. They gonna run my prints and run my DNA. Please.
My car, come on.
Sir, please, my aunt is old. She's 80 years old.
Okay, and she's gonna die. She's gonna die while you're in prison. Whose fault was that? If you would have just served your time in 94, turn yourself in after you, or matter of fact, if you wouldn't have just killed your homeboy, for one, let's start there. But even after that, if we want to excuse that action, if you would have just turned yourself in immediately afterwards, you'd probably be out by now. You probably would have bail reform, prison reform by now, you'd be done. But no. You're going to wait damn near 30 years, and now all of your past actions are coming, flooding back. I bet like once he got in them handcuffs, like his brain would just flooding with anxiety and fear. And I mean, it's almost like dying and being reborn, especially when you know you're going down for a murder after all this time. And I'm not even gonna, he probably was like a different person. Obviously, he was super young when he committed this crime, and now he's older. And I'm not going to say that he regrets this, because I truly think that these niggas think that killing somebody makes them like tougher or some shit. Like they hold that as a it's weird. They hold that as some type of rite of passage to brag about, like, oh yeah, don't play with me, I done killed the nigga before type shit, as if that's like some good thing to like some accomplishment or whatever. But I think that he definitely was a different person, or has definitely become a different person. I'm not saying he's become better, but he probably is a different person now. And then he's like, all of his demons are coming back to him, the demons that he created. And that's why I love this arrest so much.
Sir, please. I will not. I swear, you can please check me. Okay. Please check everything on you.
I'm going to search you instant to arrest.
Huh?
See where says emergency 911?
Yeah.
Face towards that for me.
Okay, sir.
Separate your feet out for me a little bit. Nothing in your pockets, right?
Sir, please.
What all do you need out of your car?
Sir, I have a child at the house that they cannot take care of.
What all do you need out of your car?
Sir, I beg you. I beg of y'all. I will not touch my car. You can take my keys out.
What all do you need out of your car?
I don't need a family. That's it. I do for my
entire car.
I do for my.
Sit for. I do a seat for me.
Sir,
easiest way is to turn your face towards me and then sit down in the seat. Slide your legs in.
Sir, I do for my entire family.
Okay.
Do you know?
I don't have a choice here, man. I'm telling you.
I told you I was not going to get in my car. I swear to you, I wasn't going to get in my car.
You have a suspended license. You're driving a car without insurance. You've got that taken care of.
I've been doing it every
day. You got
day.
Suspended registration. You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints. They'll give you a bond amount. You can bond out, and then you can get on the way up to the hospital.
Right, exactly. You can always bond out. We got bail reform. It's not hard to get bond out. Look at this nigga talking about some, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not getting in the car. Like, bruh, if you can be out within an hour, 30 minutes, honestly.
Your registration. You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints. They'll give you a bond amount. You can bond out, and then you can get on the way up to the hospital, but you can't drive.
Sir,
so have a seat for me, please.
Okay.
Let me run it back.
They're doing it every day.
Suspended registration.
He said, I've been doing it every day for 30 years, y'all. He been doing it every day. And he just now got caught.
You have to go down to the jail and get booked in. Just take your photograph. They're going to take your fingerprints. They'll give you a bond amount. You can bond out, and then you can get on the way up to the hospital, but you can't drive.
Sir,
so have a seat for me, please.
Okay, may I speak after you?
Have a seat for me, please.
Are you going to
sit down, and then I'll listen to you. Okay, so what do you want to tell me?
On everything.
On everything? Nick, that only works with niggas, bruh. On everything, bruh. I put that on my mama. On everything, my nigga. I swear to God, bruh. That only works with niggas, bruh. You can't try and on everything a police officer. On everything. I swear to God, I ain't gonna do this, bruh. I swear to God, I'm gonna go straight home. I'm gonna go to my grandma, auntie, Fulton house, and I'm gonna go straight to the hospital, and then I'm gonna walk away from my car, and I ain't gonna drive, but somehow I'm still gonna get there, and my car not gonna be here. Like, bruh, that nigga really said on God, bro. Oh my God.
Okay, so what do you want to tell me?
On everything, my aunt just had a stroke. My uncle just had a stroke.
What the hell? Now everybody coming with like life-threatening illnesses. These niggas be lying. My aunt just had a stroke. My uncle just had a stroke. My cousin just got diagnosed with monkeypox the other day. I mean, I went over his crib. He wouldn't even let me in the crib. My dog just got leukemia. My hamster just broke his leg. My pet lizard. Could you believe this? The tail is chopped off. Sir, lizards can rejuvenate their tails. So he still need medical attention. I'm taking care of my whole family. Them ants in the corner, they gonna run out of bread soon. I need to be there for my whole family. Like, come on, bruh. I can't believe he literally thought this was going to work. I can't believe he thought this was going to work.
Are you going to sit down and then I'll listen to you? Okay, so what do you want to tell me?
On everything, my aunt just had a stroke. My uncle just had a stroke 2.5 weeks ago.
God damn. Aunt and uncle had a stroke. I mean, how was hold on, didn't he give his auntie the phone? How was auntie able to talk like that when she just had a stroke? Auntie should have been like sipping a smoothie. What'd you say my baby was doing? When is he coming home? Like, bruh, come on, bruh. Auntie was like, oh no, Lord Jesus, please, baby, please. There is no way that auntie just had a stroke and she out here, you know, singing the Lord's praises, trying to get you up out of prison.
I'm here helping my family. I don't even know who can come and buy me out. I don't even know who can come and buy me out.
Why don't they use the money that you've been hustling up to provide for your family? You don't have all your bread on you right now. They can give them access to your accounts.
I'm not a criminal. I'm not a crook. I look how old I am.
Did you get a ticket?
He said, look how old I am, as if grown niggas ain't killing. Look how old I am. I ain't the same nigga that I was in 94 when I caught that body. Oops. Like, you telling on yourself at this point. Like, bruh, you're driving with a suspended license. You finna go to jail. I've been pulled over for driving with a suspended license. They didn't take me to jail because I was cool with the cops and I showed them respect. They fucked with me and they said, hey, here's your court date. We're going to give you a ticket. The ticket was expensive as a motherfucker, but they didn't take me to jail. Okay, which I was happy for. And, I thanked them for that. And then they see me at the court date and they were proud of me. They were like, man, I'm proud that you showed up to the court date. Boom, boom, bap. You pay your court fees. We don't want to see you no more. Have a good day, sir. I mean, it was that simple. It was that simple. But even if you're going to go to jail for driving with a suspended license, for one, you told them your name was Sakim. So you're using somebody else's license. You're using somebody else's likeness. He tried to steal somebody's identity. That's really what he did. So I don't know who Sakim is, but maybe he killed him too.
Not a criminal. I'm not a crook. I look how old I am.
Did you get a ticket or something?
I didn't
take care of it? Why would they suspend your license in South Carolina?
I just found out speaking to the deputy.
Yeah.
I just found out that maybe when we had a car that I had that got repossessed, that I didn't take my name off of it.
Okay. I wouldn't imagine that they'd suspend you for a repossession.
Yeah, they're not going to suspend you for a repossession. That might fuck your credit up a little bit, but I mean, they're not going to suspend your license for a repossession, bro.
Possession.
But that's what I'm saying. But it's no information is coming up. I won't drive. I'll have my cousin.
Can you slide your legs in for us?
Nigga, get in the car.
You're not going to speak to me?
No.
You're not going to speak to me. Fuck out of here.
Unfortunately, I told you. I've already explained my position to you.
I mean, these officers are extremely nice, extremely polite. At least he didn't go out like the sister did last week, okay?
You're not going to speak to me?
No, unfortunately, I told you. I've already explained my position to you.
Ow, this hurts.
I don't have a choice.
Ow, this hurts. What?
Sir,
Sir. Okay, so the way you're sitting right now is not a good position. You're a tall guy.
He said, you a tall motherfucker. You trying to sit like all bootleg and shit. Sit your ass up. And stop acting a damn fool. Oh, it hurts. Like, nigga, the fuck?
You got long legs. Can you slide your knees over this way and sit at an angle? You gotta move your knee.
This is really tight on my wrist.
Okay, I'll check it right now. I'm gonna come to the other side. Watch your knee.
Man, this goofy ass nigga. This goofy ass nigga. Shout out to JK. I don't want to say you guys' full name on here. But shout out to JK for the $20 Cash App. Let me see the message that it said. He says, for sorry about your car, man. Damn super gremlins. Exactly, bruh. Exactly. That's why I said we're going to expose Atlanta. Guys, hit that super trap, hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, y'all, because support the car fund. And you know, if you can't do that, buy the merch. I've been expanding my merch catalog, and we're getting a lot of new merch in. So we got hats, we got sisters come get your kids hoodies. We got One Tante hoodies now. We got the One Tante hoodies coming as well. So we got a lot of stuff at the merch store. Oh God, this nigga crying. A grown ass man.
So, Kim, I'm putting your headphones in your little black pouch.
Man, y'all gotta please make sure my aunt is okay. She's 80 years old.
Man, that ain't their responsibility. Get the fuck out of here.
She's 80 years old. I see for the whole house. I shop. I do everything in the house.
Do you need anything else out of your car?
Just know that can you speak to my aunt? We have a speech. Just speak to my aunt because I do everything for the house. I do everything. My son is there. He's only 13 years old. He does not know what's going on.
Well, he's gonna know now. He's gonna know that his father is a murderer. Okay. You don't just get to go and live on your life and after you took somebody else's life. That's too bad. You know, maybe you need to teach your son something called integrity and accountability. Okay. You killed a man in 94 and had a child in 2009. And now you're going to be upset that your child is going to lose his father until his elder age. But this is your fault, Muhammad, or should I say Sakim?
Can you let my cousin know wherever it is I'm going? Can you let them know where it is?
Yeah, so when you get there, you'll be able to call them.
How can I call them?
When they book you in, they'll give you some phone calls, so you can call them.
Yeah,
all right?
Yes, because I don't.
Yeah.
Why? I thought you was going to let my cousin pick me up. Why did this happen?
What, nigga? You got to get arrested. You driving on a suspended license. It's OV. You're going to jail, bruh.
I'm sorry.
Deputy, so many people rely upon me. You do not know.
You can get in and get out. All right.
I can get in and get out?
Yeah, like they'll book you in. If you have somebody that can bond you out, you have a preset bond. So you can bond out of jail. You don't have to wait to see a judge.
How much is that?
I'm not quite sure. They'll give it to you when we get there, okay? We'll work with you, all right? We'll try to get you out as quick as possible.
This is, my uncle is sick.
All right, well, the quicker we get to jail, the quicker you can get out, okay?
Doors are all locked, all the windows are up.
All right, cool. What is it?
I've never been to jail in my entire
Okay, all right. It'll be fine, I promise.
Yeah, because you ain't got caught for all the dirt you done did. That nigga said, I've never been to jail in my entire life. Isn't that a shame that this murderous ass nigga has not been to jail his entire life? And I mean, he's lying about that too, because they got fingerprints on him. And look, I'm not saying you can't make no mistake, but this ain't no fucking mistake. You intentionally took a man's life, and you deserve your life to be taken as well.
All right. All right, we got to get you to the jail.
Call me.
All right. Oh, 850. 36 in the corner.
Okay.
Show me an route to the jail. Going mail 1095, beginning miles when ready.
Let's see if Sakim got anything else to say.
057.
He ain't have much to say on that ride there. I bet that was the longest ride of his life. So guys, we're gonna open up the stream. You want to hop on, say something, maybe give your experience of when you got a lick hit on you. I mean, they didn't technically hit a lick on me, but they fucking bust my windows out, which, I mean, shit. That's never happened to me ever. Like, even I ain't even never had no chick like bust my windows out, which is insane to begin with. But anyways, we're gonna take a quick break, guys, and you can join the stream. We could talk about it. And I'll probably stay on stream till about 6:30. Then I gotta handle some business. So, anyways, we're going to go to a brief intermission, and we'll be right back.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting
Just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the Communitah, by the Communitah, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J.
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me. All right, guys, so we're back. I do have the StreamYard link dropped in the chat if you guys want to join. I don't see anybody in the back, so that's fine as well. We're going to get into some more stories because Atlanta has been on fire. We're going to focus on Atlanta because that's where I got they hit me up at. So we're going to get into this story about a man who drew a swastika on the Rainbow Crosswalk in Atlanta.
New video showing a criminal caught in the act. This surveillance video shows a man vandalizing Midtown's Rainbow Crosswalk. It's the second time in 2 days someone...
That nigga did that shit in broad daylight. Like, God damn. These niggas are bold as fuck. Bold as hell. And this is a black man drawing a swastika on the Rainbow Crosswalk. And they're trying to convince us that we have a white supremacy problem.
Spray painted hateful messages at 10th and Piedmont. CBS 46's Don Shipman is live there now, and Don, police now believe this is the same person who vandalized the crosswalk yesterday.
They certainly do, and they now have that new video. They also have those still images that they want the public to see. And like you mentioned, this is the second time in a week that this rainbow crosswalk has been hit by vandals. Police say that they're aggressively investigating this case. Neighbors say they're tired of the hate.
But hold on, for one, I don't think this rainbow crosswalk should have ever been created. It's just like, come on. Like, you're just pushing, and we're not trying to, obviously, we all know that I do love a good gay joke, but we're not homophobic. Like, nobody's scared of y'all niggas. We just don't want to see this shit promoted, especially to the kids. There should not be a rainbow crosswalk in the city of Atlanta, especially when we have like rampant homosexuality, male homosexuality specifically, that it's spreading the monkeypox. It's spreading the fucking other sexually transmitted disease. And then you have a lot of down low brothers who are smashing women. And obviously these women are spreading it around as well. So you got a lot going on with this LGBT movement that's going on in Atlanta. And I think it's just kind of gone overboard. And then you also have the women crying and saying, oh, well, there aren't any good enough men, but then they're actively supporting these movements. So it's like, which one do you want? Do you want the men to be effeminized and homosexual, or do you want the men to be masculine and straight? Which one is it?
A symbol of love and equality defaced. For the second time this week, the iconic rainbow crosswalk.
I'm sorry, a symbol of love and equality? So the rainbow actually initially was not a signal of love and equality. It was a signal of God's mercy and the fact that he would never flood the earth again. Okay. So that's what it was meant. And then the LGBT Communitah took that and turned it into the gay stuff, which is now a lot of times, and I'm going to say this and it's going to be controversial, but a lot of times this LGBT movement bleeds into pedophilia as well. It bleeds into child molestation. I'm not saying that every LGBT person is a child molester, but what I am saying is that the LGBT movement openly enables those things when it comes to the school time drag shows and whatnot, the television shows that they're promoting homosexuality in. Obviously, these Hollywood producers, who we all know that there are a lot of Hollywood producers who are chomos, and they hide under the LGBT flag. And they've taken that and created so many different genders and sexualities, so much so that they are trying to normalize pedophilia as an actual sexual preference rather than a sickness and a crime.
At 10th Street and Piedmont Ave in Atlanta's Midtown, littered with images of Nazi swastika symbols as well as homophobic slurs. People who call this neighborhood home say this type of hate won't be tolerated.
At the end of the day, everybody should appreciate and value people no matter who they are and what they do and what they believe in. Everyone has the right to equality and respect for it.
Atlanta police releasing pictures of the suspect from surveillance video captured overnight. They say this man not only vandalized the LGBTQ crosswalk, but also hit up the Federal Reserve building a block away. There, the suspect spray painting a swastika on a monument on the front lawn. Police believe he's the same person who vandalized the crosswalk on Wednesday.
Do you have any idea who this person is?
Our investigators are working, and I don't want to get ahead of them on the identity of this individual. We believe he may be very close by currently, and so that's what we're looking at and focusing on.
The hateful images now washed away in the midst of morning rush hour traffic. The Atlanta Department of Transportation using a pressure washer
and they really brought that. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a heavy police presence, but you got 1, 2, 3, 4 officers 5 officers there just to spray down this crosswalk. They could be doing better things like attending to maybe people whose vehicles are being broken into.
Morning rush hour traffic, the Atlanta Department of Transportation using a pressure washer and even rags to scrub clean the pavement.
The motivation is to intimidate, in my opinion, and the motivation is to spread hate. And this city doesn't have any room for hate, and this police department doesn't tolerate hate. And we're going to make sure the individual is caught, so the citizens of this neighborhood and anywhere in Atlanta, anyone that visits Atlanta knows this has no place here.
Hate, no matter where it is in the world, has no place to live.
And we're back here live in Midtown. Members of the Jewish community, also the LGBTQ community, and the interim police chief here on scene now.
What the fuck? Hold on. What does the Jewish community have to do with the LGBT? Like, shouldn't those be in direct contradiction? Yo, what's good, TJ?
What's up, my guy? Man, this shit here is I keep saying it, bro. They mastered the art of confusion, bro. And they got us like chasing our tails over and over and over. First it's just, okay, we want to get married, and okay, nobody got a problem with that. Now it's first it was let us out. Now we want to get married, and now it's the kids, and now it's toothpaste out of the tube, bro. And here we are in Atlanta. I came up in Atlanta. I grew up in Atlanta. This is one place who don't need all that extra shit.
Right. What do you think about what do you think about the niggas hitting the lick on my whip, bro?
Yeah, I saw that.
Give me some street pointers, bro. Give me some street pointers. How can I move more, more militant in these streets?
Where you was at? What you was doing?
I was in Midtown. I was doing some like entertainment work out there with a homie. We was filming some shit.
Oh, I mean, the only thing you probably could have done was just, besides have somebody watch out for your car, was, been in a situation where you could have kept your eye on it. There was more people around, but other than that, man, when you off doing some other shit and you ain't thinking about that, you handling business and you conducting business, man, it's just, you just gotta hope that shit don't happen to you. That's all. They ain't taking nothing valuable, did they?
Nah, they ain't get shit.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Out of all the camo shit I seen, though, I like yours with that red splash in it.
Oh yeah. That's probably why they hit me up. They was like, oh shit, then they got money, but I don't keep shit in my car.
Yeah, that's good.
But yeah, but not. I did see somebody say, oh, they came for the swastika. The Jewish community came for the swastika. No, that's valid. But I mean, I don't know. It's just weird.
Nah,
how they just showing up.
Now they coming because they know they coming with that financial backing, and not even the financial backing. Not too many people gonna bark at both of the quote unquote communities. So we got our work cut out for us now, boy.
Right.
And I'm being told that they are offering a $2,000 reward. That is police. They want you to call 911 Crime Stoppers if you recognize the suspect. We're live here in Midtown. Don Shipman, CBS 46 News.
And the thing is, like, it was a black dude who did the shit. So I remember when they initially reported it, it almost seemed like, I hate crime. And I don't know. It's just like, it seems like in the media, they try to paint it as if it was some like real blonde hair, blue eyed Nazi white supremacist type shit.
I don't know why on earth. It's like we woke up one morning, man, and half the world was weak and the other half doing this new pandering bullshit. They scared to call out the sun, man. They scared to call out the gremlin, and they want to dump everything off on the shit that they know they're not worried about. Late at night or even in the afternoon now, you're not worried about no Proud Boy. You're not worried about no KKK. Like, we need to cut all this shit out.
Exactly. Shout out to TS. I did get your super trap, Tommy, so appreciate that. Or not the super trap, but the $5 PayPal, so I appreciate that.
News, the Rainbow Crosswalk vandalized again, this time with hate speech.
Alan Devlin's at the breaking news desk with more on this. Alan.
Sean, the APD just confirmed it has been vandalized again. Like you said, they say that a swastika was spray painted right there on the crosswalk. These are photos provided by the Atlanta Police Department, which shows the cleanup, the aftermath. According to Atlanta Police, the ATL Department of Transportation responded there to the Rainbow Crosswalk at 10th and Piedmont this evening to remove what they say was a swastika spray painted right there on the crosswalk. As you can see, thankfully, crews quickly removed the painting and are currently investigating, looking for a suspect at this time. If you have any information regarding who may have painted that swastika or you saw anything suspicious at the crosswalk this evening, you're asked to contact Atlanta Police. For the Breaking News Desk, I'm Alan Devlin. Back to you guys in the studio.
And my thing is, a story like this will get more airtime than one of y'all niggas getting shot.
And they kill me like somebody just like out with pitchforks, hunting them down, jumping out the cut, stabbing them, poking them, hurting them. They make so much fuss over this shit.
Exactly. And really, it's like, I mean, I get it. Yeah, the vandalism sprayed a block down, but I mean, shit, this story kind of stayed in the news cycle until they found out, oh, it was a black guy.
Staying on top of breaking news right now, police are investigating acts of vandalism overnight in Midtown Atlanta. One at a site that's already been targeted this week. Channel 2 Steve Gelbach live for us at the Rainbow Crosswalks at 10th and Piedmont. And Steve, police just shared pictures of the person of interest.
Yeah, they think the same guy is responsible for what happened here just less than 48 hours ago at the Rainbow Crosswalk. And what happened here overnight, police are still here at the scene. They've actually moved patrol cars over both spots on both sides of this intersection where there was a homophobic slur and a swastika painted. And we do want to show you now that photo just released showing that suspect. He was captured, it looks like through a dash camera. This was from Wednesday night. Still was
there you go.
Out and get a good look at his face there. But they also just showed us some photos of him in the act here again overnight here, painting the swastika and the other graffiti here in the crosswalk, as well as 2 blocks from here over at 10th and Peachtree at the Federal Reserve. Also painted a swastika there on a marble, looked like a statue out front there. And again, Atlanta police taking this very seriously. The interim chief says they do have leads and they do believe this suspect is still in this area. They're actively searching for him. They have been since Wednesday. And as soon as we get an update on the search for the suspect, if they do capture him, and again, they say this is a hate crime and they're not going to stand for it, and they will find him. We're also waiting for Atlanta DOT here to show up, and they're going to do some pressure washers to start cleaning up this graffiti that's still left here, and the vandalism. We'll let you know exactly when that happens.
And hopefully they're able to find that person. Somebody obviously knows who that is. But I just think about all the resources they're spending on this kind of stuff now, not once, but twice this week. Thank you.
Exactly. Like, damn, they got all these police pulled up for this damn Rainbow Crosswalk. It's ridiculous. And I'm not saying you don't have police on there, but I mean, at least hire more police to be doing something more productive. Because shit, I mean, we probably need triple, maybe even quadruple the police on the streets in Atlanta.
Yeah, I just was looking at that in the back of my mind. I was thinking, like, damn, did Buddy spray paint him or did he shoot down there or something? I mean, that's crazy as hell. All them damn cop cars.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he sprayed the block. But what up, David Echelon? I see you hopped in here. What's good?
What's up, bro? Thanks for having me on the panel, man. I see what happened to your car, man. Sorry about that, bro.
Yeah, man. These niggas ain't shit, bro. It is what it is. I already I made my peace with it. I don't forgive these niggas, but I'm not gonna get caught lacking again. I'll tell you that for damn sure.
Do you have a dash cam?
No, I don't have a dash cam, but I'm gonna get one though.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but let's finish this story up. Then we're gonna talk about one more story that I wanted to highlight from the LGBT community, and then we're gonna not the community, but the community, and then we're going to get into the Atlanta police staffing shortages.
Thank you, Steve. Police believe the person who put a swastika on the Rainbow Crosswalks might have also vandalized a church. We checked overnight and found windows with shattered glass at St. Mark United Methodist Church in Atlanta, in Midtown. Yeah, they say that somebody threw bricks at the window and yelled at them early.
It's gotten so bad that you got the church hanging a rainbow flag. Now that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. Absolutely contradictory. Like
blasphemy, man. That's some blasphemy right there.
Right. What do y'all think about that shit, man?
Man, 'cause I can't lie, because I read the Bible a lot. You know what I mean? So seeing that is kind of, it's kind of disheartening. But it is what it is, I got, we trying to get our rainbow back, but they want to hold it hostage.
Right.
I mean, when I see crap like this, man, it's just, where does the line stop? When does
right?
We get to some kind of moral and ethical reality. I don't care what you do, bro. I still can love and respect every aspect of what you're doing, whatever you're doing. But the moment you're trying to push in on our liberties and our freedoms and our space, now we have the problem. You don't want us to pray in school. You don't want us to do this and that. Can't say Jesus. Can't be a straight man. I got to be a cis man. But you can throw your flags up. You can have every kind of damn entitlement. No. We got to do something better than this.
It's like they talk about separation of church and state, but in all actuality, like this shit, I mean, this LGBT movement is like a fucking church. It's like a fucking cult. You know what I'm saying? Like and the way that they push it, especially on young kids, where you go to a pride walk and you got kids, like, I mean, under the ages of 10 at pride walks when there's bitches butt naked out there and dudes, walking with dick signs and whatnot. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers, and people think that it's appropriate for kids.
Earlier this week, the church has a pride flag hanging on the front of the building.
Yeah, that's just wild. So this story I actually came across is extremely weird and disturbing. But I see a lot of couples, a lot of LGBT couples, and some of them talk about having children. And I think that's a red flag. Okay. It's one thing when you have like the lesbians coming together, which is also weird. Having two moms is fucking weird as well. But then having two dads is even weirder, I think. And this should definitely be a red flag. And this is a story that I saw and caught my attention. So let's watch.
This Walton County couple is now behind bars, accused of an unthinkable crime. Police say they sexually abused their two adopted children and videotaped it. The county, the GBI, and Divests.
So obviously they can't have children naturally with each other. So they adopted children and they abused them intercourseally and then filmed it, basically making adult content, which is a contradiction in of itself, but they're making that type of content with kids. And I'm not saying this is a representation of the whole LGBT community, but what I am saying is I think that there are a lot more weirdos like this in the community than not. I think just like, especially when it comes to the male homosexuality, it's a lot more extreme, and that shit goes into different types of depths, if you know what I mean. Like their perversion, their sexual perversion is greater, and it's, I mean, in my opinion, it's ever evolving to where that their amount of lust is a lot higher than a woman. See, like a woman could be a lesbian and she'll obviously, she's gonna go for other girls and whatnot, but usually she's not gonna go for like a super younger girl. You see what I'm saying? Whereas like some of these dudes out here, not all of them, obviously, but some of them are really going after like younger dudes. And even in this scenario, kids, it just doesn't make sense to me for two dads to be raising any children. It's just so weird.
That's where we go with the art of confusion. And when you've been in warped reality like they've done, they can say, well, we don't do that, this and that, the third, but the pedophile will. the one that is lusting for children. Now this gives them the cover up. Oh, I can identify as whatever. So you think this won't open the door to somebody who really has evil intent?
Yeah.
This crew may not have evil intent, but all it takes is that one child to get hurt, those two children to get hurt. Now this trumps your feelings. And see, this where we at. So now we got them arguing. Now they got legislative, legislative stuff behind them. You can't argue that. They got groups behind them. Can't argue that. So it has to be a line somewhere so we can say, no, you can't cross this line, and it's women, children, that's it.
And the worst part about it is the women try and paint, well, you know, these heterosexual cisgender men are the predators and all this kind of stuff. And then they're on the same hand pushing the LGBT agenda. And I mean, who's going to be more sexually perverted than a homosexual man? I mean, and this ain't no hate speech. This is just the reality of the situation. Like, who's more inclined, who's more likely to be sexually perverted, a heterosexual man or a homosexual man? You know, the math just ain't mathing.
Can I add to this? Because
yeah, go ahead.
I'm not even surprised, because think about it. Like, heterosexual men, we like younger women, right? So what do you think a gay man's gonna do? That's why I believe majority of them are pedophiles. Not all of them, but majority of them are, because think about it, most of the studies show that they got touched, you know. So they ended up turning this different way. That's why you have on TikTok now, the pedophiles are trying to add to it, because they're like, think about it. The same stats work with them. So how come you guys get accepted and they don't? So that's what they're trying to get with the community. So I'm not surprised this is happening, man. Like, I'm not surprised at all.
Right. I actually, there was a quote where it said heterosexual people reproduce naturally and homosexual people reproduce with trauma, meaning they have to traumatize a younger individual in order to perpetuate that homosexuality. But nowadays, I think they're also reproducing not only with trauma, but they're reproducing with media, with marketing, because now instead of going in your bedroom and touching and diddling you through like maybe a priest or some other fucking weirdo or some Hollywood producer, now they can just put it in the television so that you're already open to it and you think it's normal and you think it's natural when it's not.
Sex, magic, and music are two of the most underrated, powerful sources on this planet. And I know how much, you know, especially when I was young, I used to love, especially when I was playing ball, we chasing them damn women, man. We know what it is. So now when you switch your mind frame to a deviant level, it's no moral compass. It's almost no end. That's why we have the certain diseases and things that are out here. That's why we have certain things that are taking place at pride parades. Nothing on this earth will get me to agree with men and women walking around with straps on, with little kids there. That's deviancy at its highest level. And so what they're trying to do is normalize deviancy. And that's where we have to have the line of no.
And it was never like this. It was never like this. There's a video with the same video. I think I was trying to tell you about it, Gen Z, where they showed the gay pride parade in San Francisco, right?
Yeah, I remember you showed me. Yeah,
and the video, he did not dress like that. Maybe that's the most they had was skinny jeans.
It was very shorts. It was very wholesome, very respectable. I mean, the same with the civil rights movement, the black community. Everybody in suits, the women in dresses, and unfortunately, they're getting hosed down and dogs sicked on them and all that kind of stuff. But then there were also some protests where they were successful and whatnot. And the thing is, they were a lot more respectable. Now at these BLM protests, you got niggas sagging their pants, niggas talking about this and that, barking at the police, vandalizing, looting, killing other black men in the midst of these protests. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Now all investigating that couple as they try to find those children a new home. Channel 2's Veronica Griffin live at the Walton County Sheriff's Office. Veronica, those two men are being held in different places.
That's right. One of the fathers is being held here at the Walton County Jail. The other father at nearby Barrow County. Investigators tell us they're keeping them apart while they continue to sort things out. Do not enter, property of the Walton County Sheriff's Department. This sign is now posted on the front door of this home on St. Regis Way in Walton County. It's where detectives say this couple, William and Zachary Zulak, sexually abused their 2 adoptive sibling children and videotaped it.
I really like it, but as far as we read, it was isolated, so it wasn't really something that we're concerned about, but still not good.
Neighbor Austin Potts tells me he learned about the arrest on Facebook.
We have a community watch on the road here, and they had posted about it and read the details and found out about what happened.
According to jail records, the couple were booked and charged with aggravated child molestation
Wow.
and sexual exploitation of children. The siblings were removed from the home by Divests.
It's very unusual for this area.
And it's like, I mean, where did they adopt them from? They adopt them from the foster care system. So the government literally gave these LGBT men children. I mean, there's some liability on the government's part too, right?
You would think, you know what I mean? You would think that, but it's such a slippery slope. We don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. What up, AP? AP in the building.
What up? What's up? I just want to say this. This whole movement is targeting children. And the reason I say it is this, because if they were not targeting children, they will not be putting it in schools. They will not be putting it in cartoons. They are normalizing perversity. And this is why I say parents as a whole, you have to speak up. You have to speak up. You have to know what they're teaching you in schools. You have to know what they're going on in your churches. Any church that has a rainbow flag outside of it is not a real church. The Bible itself condemns in so many places homosexuality. That is not
Facts.
a part of God. And the thing about it is the whole point, if homosexuality was supposed to be so normal, then in the beginning, God would have created Adam and Steve. He did not.
Mhm.
He created Adam and Eve, and he said for them to be to go forth and produce children. He also set laws and rules, and when they broke those rules, he cast them out of paradise. And he also put Adam in charge of Eve. He held him responsible for accepting an apple, just like he knew that he was supposed to be in charge of Eve. And when she did what she did and he accepted it, he casted them both out. That is also representation of today as men. You don't allow women to be in charge. You have to, as men, it is your job to speak up and also to be head of your household. And we look at what's happening today. This whole Western society is in chaos because we allowed women to be in control. We allow the perverts in our society to be in control. And anybody who says otherwise, this is wrong, we have to have equality. There is no equality and diversity in the Bible. There are men in charge, there are rule of law. That's it. Okay?
Yeah.
So this thing about what's going on with the LGBT community, it's a curse. It's a curse upon our society. And we're paying the price for it. And the social services community, whether it be here in America or being in Europe, so many children, it's nothing but a child trafficking ring. When you look at the number of children that are missing, what they don't tell you is a lot of those children are parts of the social services. And for them to allow these men to adopt children, it's a disgrace. And it's not just the men who are perverted, the women are as well. There's so many cases of lesbians adopting children and murdering the children, torturing the children. The evil in our society has to be rooted out. And as I can see today, it's not being rooted out because people are afraid to talk. So you can remain silent and continue on your way and just see everything deteriorates until it happens to you. But
so let me ask you this. I was just gonna ask. You said a couple things that I totally agreed with in there, but how do you reconcile with women and say, hey, how do you get them to kind of get on board with this and say, hey, you women are not fit to lead? And then how do you also set some type of rule or set some type of standard to say, hey, homosexuality or homosexual people shouldn't be allowed to adopt children?
Because homosexuality does not produce families. The whole point of male and females getting together is biologically produced families. See, notice what they have done. Not only have they changed, they started off changed your thought process. It's what is a woman, what is a man? But then now they're changing the sciences. What is concrete is science, XX or XY. And when you argue with that and say, hey, this is nature, XX or XY, male, female, sperm, egg, then they say, well, it's a thought. Thoughts don't produce anything. My argument to them is this. I am actually 5'5". And I tell them, I'm 6 feet. I feel like I'm 6 feet. Am I 6 feet? No. Why not?
Right.
Because physically, that's not it. So the same thing with it. You can alter a car. I can take a VW, put a Mercedes symbol on it, get my rims done, get everything done. It's still a VW. The same thing with humans. And when you start talking to them and say, hey, when you added the hormones in and what you're doing to children, you are causing problems for that child for the rest of their life. The whole confusion of the two mommies and two daddies is causing problems for that child for the rest of their life. And as far as women are concerned, the reason these women are in positions of power, and let's be honest, many people of color, is because they've lowered the standards. Instead of in other countries where we keep the standards high, and this is the reason why Western civilization, once again, is crumbling. Because at one time we had standards. We don't have those standards anymore. We're letting the lower among us rule us, and it's causing problems. The same thing in the Black race. When you look at it, who are the best athletes? They didn't choose the bottom of the athletes to be part of an NBA. They chose the top. And if people can't understand that, then there is no hope. And see, what happens is these people, you can't argue with them because they don't want to change. Because if you have to face reality, then you have to realize there are changes within yourself that has to happen. They don't want to make these changes. And that's the predicament we're in today. It makes no sense like a city like Atlanta is having blackouts. That doesn't make any sense. And see, it goes back and once again, IQ and gender. It's real. People don't want to face it, but it's real. But what's happening is the trash of all races is pulling people down. Because with the criminal element in the Sun community, the women leading in the Sun community is a product of glider liberals. They would not have the power they have if it wasn't for them. And the biggest problem in the glider liberal community is glider women. When the white Christian males step down, this is a problem that we have. The same thing in the Black community. When the strong Black males were pushed aside to allow Black women to come forward, this is the power crap that we have.
Right. And so also these guys, they have a very nice house. They have four-sided brick home, probably a house with, I mean, especially in today's market, it's probably a 300,000 plus.
That's the front that they use. And see, the thing about it with the social services is this. They do not care about these children. Okay?
Right.
They want to place them wherever they can, and they get them out of their hairs. There are even cases, I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance, and I would tell this to anybody, to see how the social services system really works for all states. You need to watch the trials of Gabriel Fernandez. It's on Netflix. They knew this boy was being abused. They knew everything. His family knew he was being abused, and they stuck that boy back in that household. And now he's dead. And the justice system does not condemn these people. This is why for many years I used to be against abortion, but I'm for it. I'd rather for a child not to have known the pain of hunger, starvation, and torture that these children are going through. Let them die in the womb. Okay? Then have them be born to this.
Okay.
Because what's happening is we're creating more monsters. And like you said earlier, the homosexual community, and there may be a few people who are born gay. I get that, but the numbers that they have is from sexual abuse, and they won't
Right.
admit it. So one pervert leads to another. And a lot of times the men, even the men who do not grow up to be homosexual, they are so damaged. You look at what happened to the boys of the Catholic Church: alcohol, drugs, homelessness. Nobody listens to them. Look at the number of child actors and actresses that have died from drug overdoses. I remember listening to the guy Tevin Campbell say how they were giving him alcohol and drugs. Why do you think they were giving it to him? And nobody
To sedate
speaks
him.
up for him. Right.
Yeah. And my fear is that these guys, they're gonna get a slap on the wrist. You know, they look like they're pretty well off. And I think that they're gonna be able to pay their way out of this situation. Obviously, they might be registered sex offenders and whatnot, but I mean, somehow, some way, I feel like these individuals always are able to kind of slip out of these scenarios. So I don't know, man.
A very quiet area, not a lot of that kind of stuff going on that we know of.
Apparently, someone knew. The GBI received a tip that a third suspect was downloading child sexual abuse materials about 15 miles away in unincorporated Loganville. We're told that person led detectives to this home.
That's not tolerated around here, and it's a good thing the police got it.
Veronica Griffin back with us now live. Veronica, we know you reached out to the county to find out about that sign on the front door of that house. What did they tell you?
Yeah, they were told us we would need to file an open records request. And of course, that's something we need to do on Monday or a weekday.
Just incredibly disturbing allegations. Thank you, Veronica.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love a woman. Now listen, y'all praise God with him. Hold on, wait a minute. Somebody believe God with him. Hey! We don't just preach condemnation. We preach reconciliation. Shown up believers that'll come down here and dance with him and tell him you can do it in the name of Jesus. Hey! That's right. Hey! When I tell you, I want you to run down towards that camera and tell them I got a brand new life. Run right now, run, because it's in front of you. Glory to God. Somebody shout better, better, better.
Better. Glory, and amen. Amen. Okay. Hopefully, we can learn something from the brother Andrew Caldwell there. He is not gay no more. He has been delivered. Okay. So we're going to get back into Atlanta and the police shortages and staffing. But does anybody else have anything on the subject of the LGBT community before we continue to move forward?
I do. Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Right on. So it's my message, no matter where I go, that the education is the source of a lot of this problem. Education is leading students to explore gender, expression. They're encouraging children to fashion for themselves a neo-pronoun like they, them, and possibly more. That brings a lot of kids. It impels them into the affirming care pipeline, at least putting them proximal, if you know what I mean. And that's happening throughout the country. And America is exporting that to other countries to the point where we're the corpse that they're tethered to. And that's really, we're exporting the Transformer Decepticon thing, and we're trying to export the lawlessness as if lawlessness is going to improve conditions throughout society to other countries in the West. Now, the thing called WPATH, which oversees the Transformer Decepticon activity, is a standards of care for transgender health, and they have satellite chapters throughout the world. This is a serious problem. I don't know how to handle it, but I want you to understand that it is an immense capture of all the institutions that we depend on, and this includes medical. Every single person that you see at a fucking hospital right now, pardon my French,
you're good,
it has already passed a pop quiz through their HR department to respect those pronouns, to recommend affirming care, and possibly to hop on Twitter and condemn anybody who departs from this ideology, by the way. So the pressure's on, and the pressure goes towards lawlessness. This is where the arc or the crossover between the Transformer Decepticon phenomenon for us here in these forums and the lawlessness. It all is coming from the same place. It just seems to be, this current version of neo-progressivism. You're permissive selectively, of course, but then again, it affects all races. It affects everybody when they lay down a curfew, and equally the double standard where utter lawlessness prevails. Don't complain about it, or else you lose your job and you're disenfranchised. You have to move. Also, if you don't come along quietly, not only can you lose custody of your child, but you could get further into problems where the law finally fucking comes around to take away your maybe your Second Amendment right instruments, and of course your children. So that's where the law is going to be exercised, but it's an executive decision. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's happening at the executive level. So we could bang back at like school meetings or whatever the hell we're trying to do. We've been nibbling around the edges, and it's time for folks to really discuss how serious the institutional capture is. And I guess to finish up, there are rather wealthy individuals putting the batteries into this ideology. It's the Archives Foundation. It's Jennifer Pritzker and her Tamari Foundation. It's the United Way. It's the Open Society. Sorry, got to go there, but that fucker's in there too. Okay, he's in there because, well, I think it's going on $16 million being plugged in, probably more. There's other shit where he'll throw in 100 mil through like proxy, but that's basically, when I overheard AP listener talking about this, I was like, dude, this is right up my alley, because I got caught up in this shit. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's some weird things going on. And we definitely want to make people aware. That's why, guys, you got to support the channel. You got to smash that like button, hit that super trap, buy the merch, and get the message out. Let's get it.
And another thing too is I want to say.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say, to make it palatable to Black people, they use Obama. They use a black face.
Yeah.
And he was one. And you notice all of this. I mean, it was a little bit before. But when he okayed it, that's when it just blew open in the Black community.
Can confirm. In 2011, they rushed forward a version 7 of what they were calling WPATH. You know, and that included the Yoga Karta principles, which says that birth sex has nothing to do with gender expression, and therefore Western medicine is wrong in assigning gender at birth. You got to know this, and you know what? It's friends of Kerry, it's friends of Obama that were eager in saying, "Hey, bro, if you just come along quietly, everything's fine." I have no idea if it was Obama's idea, and you know, some folks are wondering what the fuck's going on with Michelle's crotch, but fucking, you know what? Fast forward, that's what happened. That's the chronology of it. Thanks.
Right. Oh wow, somebody I just got some hate mail from an individual named Nathaniel Howard.
I was going, you know, that was
He's
good.
watching the stream here. He says, "Ha ha ha. You scared that you got checked." First of all, nobody was scared. As a matter of fact, I wish I was out there because I would have put 40 shells in them niggas' chest. You feel me? But then he goes and says, "You should have went to your zaddy neighborhood. We don't want your butter biscuit, moist looking, big lip sucking ass in our community. Go to the zaddy community with your rat ass. If they lynch you, don't be playing to the black people with your Lil Nas X sounding ass." So I appreciate your email, Nathaniel Howard. I do have the link in the chat if you want to come up here and say some shit to my face, or you just want to be a coward and continue to make threats over the email.
Those guys be the most racist, man.
Right.
Yeah, hit the link,
Right.
bro. Hit the link. Join us.
Yeah, hit the link. Bitch ass nigga.
There's the struggle to keep enough police officers on staff today. Atlanta PD announced a 10% raise designed to keep the officers they have and to bring in new ones. And now other agencies are pushing incentives too. The average salary for an officer in Georgia was just under $45,000 in 2019. That's according to Forbes. And that ranks our state at 45th in the country. CBS 46's Sierra Cummins reports from the police station in South Fulton.
You'd be hard-pressed to find any Metro Police agency right now that's fully staffed. In fact, we learned most of them are facing shortages in the double digits, from sign-on bonuses to increased salary. The incentives are likely to continue.
We have 28 current openings.
South Fulton Police Department is far from alone. Staffing shortages, no stranger to all its neighboring agencies.
Where we had 750, we're looking at maybe only 70 to 80 applicants now. And out of those 70 to 80 applicants that you have coming in, 5 or 6 of those might be suitable for law enforcement purposes.
Chief Keith Meadows argues exposed injustices, the pandemic, and the Great Resignation are factors which make retention and recruitment efforts complicated. He's raised starting salary to $52,000. Metro agencies now average between that and $60,000. Sign-on bonuses are being hiked too. $4,000 extra bucks to start with Roswell PD, which has 12 openings, a $5,000 sign-on for Cobb PD, where they face 80 to 90 vacancies, and at Fulton County Sheriff's Office, which is looking to fill 66 positions, they're now offering a $9,000 sign-on.
Response times are always a concern.
He says fewer officers can mean increased wait times for minor incidents, but while major crime soars this summer, officials across the metro say using the resources they have to go after gangs and repeat offenders remain the top priority.
When we become focused on that small group of people, we're very intentional about how we go out and send resources out to target those individuals.
In South Fulton, Sierra Cummings, CBS 46 News.
Damn. So obviously understaffed when it comes to the police force. Man, it's just, it's not looking good in Atlanta. Everything is kind of coming full circle in that way, I think. And then all the trolls are actually coming out too. It's crazy. But like I said, I mean, the link is in the chat. If y'all want to jump up and talk the shit, then come on up. The link is in the chat. It's crazy that you got all these keyboard warriors. When I drop the link, then nobody wants to join. But we did mention Mayor Eric Adams, and I did want to see exactly what he had going on. So we're going to see exactly what he's been up to for the past few months since he has been in office.
An exclusive look inside the local effort to solve violent crimes like the one Brian just reported. We were with Mayor Andre Dickens today as he got a close-up look.
I said Eric Adams. I meant Andre Dickens, y'all. Y'all know what I meant.
At an ATF lab and learned about a new crime-fighting initiative that's already showing some success. New at 6, Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie witnessed a one-on-one meeting between the mayor and the head of Georgia's ATF. Mark?
Yeah, the ATF special agent in charge says, much like a fingerprint, gun leaves a unique mark on a shell casing that this lab can use to find out if it was used in a particular crime, and often to tie that gun and a suspect to other unsolved crimes. And Atlanta's mayor was here today.
All right, firearm is loaded.
We want to work together.
We'll be firing 2 shots.
Early and often and consistently to be able to bring down violent crime in our communities. So this is when you found the firearm on the scene.
A close-up of the firing pin.
Atlanta's mayor close up with the technological firepower of the Federal Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF.
We'll get, say, evidence from a crime scene.
I mean, I don't get why he's trying to figure out the ins and outs of ballistics. That's not your job, bruh. I mean, I get being hands-on, but this is irrelevant to the issue that we're ultimately trying to solve. Like, he's of the mindset of get guns off the street. Bro, we're in fucking Georgia. Guns are not going to be on the street. You have to get the people who are doing illegal things with the weapons off the streets.
Crime scenes, and there may be 1 shell casing, there may be 50.
That might be used against the firepower in the hands of bad guys killing and hurting people.
We can get results out in 24 hours.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says he wanted to meet with.
We know they add a lot of value in solving our crimes.
ATF Atlanta Special Agent in Charge Ben Gibbons.
At ATF, our mission is to combat violent crime.
To max out what the federal agency can do in fighting violent crime in Atlanta, especially when it comes to guns, where ATF has expertise no one else does, and gangs and repeat offenders.
We're working active cases right now. We just talked about a few active cases. Gun and gang cases, drive-by shootings, information related to some very disturbing things that have happened in our communities, things that have happened across city lines.
Gibbons says he briefed the mayor on a new...
Guys, I can't turn the video up on WSB TV. They always limit their video, so I can't turn the video up.
Violent crime initiative involving ATF's National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, NIBIN, where authorities can take shell casings, maybe from a crime scene, maybe from the firing of a suspect weapon at the lab, and feed it into a computer system that can quickly search for how many gun crimes the shells might match up with.
The marks that they leave on the shell casings are unique to that firearm and that firearm only.
Now Gibbons says he's created a NIBIN strike force of agents and local police, including APD, focused on getting the ballistic evidence from the street to the lab in major violent crimes.
We've had several successes.
APD already works with ATF, but we want to boost that and amp it up.
Gibbons says while he's worked around the country for ATF, he went to Morris Brown College and started as a rookie agent in Metro Atlanta, and for years mostly worked gun trafficking here and came back here a year ago.
Ben Gibbons is the right man for the moment.
I wanted definitely the opportunity to come back home and make a significant impact.
I want to make sure that all the help that we can get to be able to keep folks safe. That's the goal.
Now, Gibbons says one of those early successes by the NIBIN strike force linked a multi-time convicted felon to a shooting in a park in Atlanta and another shooting in East Point. And some of those cases will not only lead to state charges against suspects, but sometimes to charges in federal court. We obtained a couple images for this report through folks at ATF. Reporting live at the ATF lab, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
And again, Mark, very important work there to keep everybody safe. Thank you. We have more details now on the plan to fight crime in Atlanta. Back in May, the city announced a summer safety plan. The interim police chief touted an increased police presence during the summer months and an integrated camera system to quickly get video from businesses and neighbors. The mayor also pushed for more street lights where needed and a crackdown on drunk and aggressive drivers.
As a special purpose grand jury continues its investigation, we're gaining new insight into the questions they may have for South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham.
All right. Oh, man. So, I mean, he visited ATF. I mean, what the fuck? Shout out to Oh no, hold on. Somebody just sent a PayPal in. I want to make sure I read this. Shout out to RB for the $20 PayPal. He says, "Love the live stuff. My county starts cops at 80K and it's 96% Casper. ? Nice." Okay, I feel that. Yeah, I definitely need some other recommendations for housing because this Atlanta shit is getting dead. Y'all.
Will you move to Houston?
Oh, hell no. Houston's bad too.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, bad too, but shit. I don't know. I think Atlanta's worse than Houston.
I want to move to America, man, because I want to drive trucks down there. So I don't know where to.
Oh,
I don't know.
where are you at right now?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I met some chick who moved from Canada to Atlanta yesterday. So
she in for a culture shock.
Oh yeah. She's like giving twisting dudes dreads and shit. I mean, you know, it can be dangerous. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Especially in Atlanta, twisting random dreadhead niggas. Especially if you're doing a dolo. God, Lord have mercy. But hey, shout out to her. Does anybody else have anything on the topic?
I think I have a solution. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, you good. I was just about to say they want if I was a cop and they want me to sit back for a whole year and a half. Look, this as you scream and yell in my face, call me every damn name in the book, and you want me to be the first thing on the scene when the sun man comes shoot your house up, steal from you, beat you up.
Right.
And you want me to be the first one on the scene, and you wonder why they quitting and drove. Shit, I don't blame them.
Yeah, that's facts. And then it's like when they pull up, they're getting accosted, and the people obviously are not willing to work with the police in a feasible manner, and that's why a lot of these crimes are just completely not being solved. And I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous, and this is something that we've been dealing with for a minute, but it just seems like the Communitah is not going to turn anything around, and they're just going to continue to stay on the same shit.
They need to add what Jamaica's adding. They need to do just random ride checks, because Jamaica's so bad right now that they're just doing random ride checks in different intersections to see if you have nothing. You know, even if you're civilian, just let's check your car. We don't care. If you could let's check your car and you don't have nothing, you're okay. So I feel like they should do that in Atlanta, man, because it's getting banned on there. I feel like in 3 years, they're gonna have the biggest crime rate in America because they have so much some people.
Yeah, man. It's definitely about to turn up for real.
I strongly recommend shitlib, or should I say sensible shitlib control, a moratorium on shitlib policies, and of course an absolutely new crime bill, mobile wood chipper units, and forensic evidence remediation services. If that has to be private before it's part of policy, I'm unafraid of that. But you know, I'm just fed posting here. But if people have to take shit into their own hands, don't be surprised when they fucking do.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's a lot of shit going on, and I think, man, people are fucking tired of this shit. But I don't know, man. It seems very hopeless. I'm not gonna lie. At like surface level, when you're actually in the streets, when you're on the pavement, when you're doing these stories, and then when you're actually seeing what real life looks like in these areas, it definitely looks hopeless. But especially the cooperation when it comes to the police and the willingness for the community to get behind more policing at this point moment is pretty difficult. But I appreciate everybody who joined the stream. You already know they caught your boy Jenquavius slipping, but it'll never happen again. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna move more militant nowadays. We're gonna move a little different. And shit, man. What else can I say? Any last thoughts?
Just be careful out there, man. That's all.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Time to move different.
Yep. Got to. Well, I appreciate everybody for joining the stream. Great to have y'all on, and I will catch you guys later, man. It is it's about 6 p.m. where I'm at. We streamed for 2.5 hours. It's pretty good. Golly, boy. Getting the hate mail. The pressure is being applied to Jenquavius, but I'm gonna keep, staying strong on the message, steadfast. A change is coming. It's just not the change that the Communitah asked for, but it's the change that we need. And I think just there's not enough people actually speaking out about this shit. Not enough people have been, I guess, empowered enough, and then have the direct effect correlated as well. So I do have some other business to remind you guys of. We do have the BGZM News 17 YouTube channel. We are at 399 subs right now. This is my backup channel just in case YouTube axes this channel. We're at 399 subs at this moment. We need to get to 1,000 subs. So, and we're trying to do that by the end of the month. I drop 2 to 3 videos a day on BGZM News 17. And this is short form content. I'm not giving commentary on this. My live videos obviously go up on this as we're streaming live from BGZM News 17 as well. But y'all already know that I post on this channel continuously. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you go check out BGZM News 17 for more content like this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good content, if I do say so myself, chopped up into a short form. So let's see. Anything else? Oh, yes. So when you look at the live video, make sure you like the video. And then also you can go enter the merch store, which I will show you guys the merch store of what we have in store right now. We've got the BGZM News 17 shorts. We've got the BGZM News 17 dad hats. We've got the BGZM News 17 baseball hats as well. We got BGZM News 17 stuffed animal because we like the elephants, and we will never forget the bullshit that these super gremlins have put us through. We also have the Keep It One Tante hoodies. So definitely go check out the Keep It One Tante hoodies. That was inspired from the last live stream that we did. Seeing if we have any more. Okay. We got the Sisters Come Get Your Kids hoodies as well. We got the Super Gremlins on Demon Time hoodies. We also have the BGZM News 17 neck gaiter. And we also got BGZM News 17 snapback hats, which are pretty sick, honestly. We've got them in different colors. We got Bro rocking it here. It's a snapback. And that shit actually goes fucking hard. I ain't even gonna cap. I want to see more people in the BGZM News 17 caps. We got all different colors, black, green, red. We got the yellow, we got the orange, and it all matches. We got the blue, navy blue. Let's see. And then we got the Superman blue, the royal blue with the BGZM News 17. These caps are really good quality. Really good quality. So y'all make sure y'all go check it out. We got all the merch here. The t-shirts, as you guys already know. We got the 90s Baby NFT hoodies. And then we have the Jenquavius and the Jackson baseball tees. So Make sure y'all get those baseball tees as well. It took me a little bit to design these just to make sure that it was all symmetrical. But there's Jenquavius on the back. Okay. You can rock your favorite baseball players, your favorite news baseball players jersey. And that's that. So, guys, check out the merch store. We really would help for you guys to support me on the merch store, because YouTube obviously is demonetizing every fucking video I put up. So with that being said, you already know what it is, man. It is the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. Also, leave a comment immediately after the video ends. Make sure that you guys put a 1 in the chat if you are willing to leave a comment at the video at the end. Make sure you show your support. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of people talking shit in the chat. So I need y'all to go hard for me in there. But other than that, we're going to give it to Jenquavius to take it away.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me, I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/BlackGenZMindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the Communitah, by the Communitah, I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo.
Whoa.
Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
Gang violence and other kind of violence. So it is what it is.